The crystalline halls of Emperor Zixthalin's fortress hummed with ancient power, their walls pulsing with veins of energy that had remained dormant for millennia. Nehal wiped grease from her hands with a torn rag, her dark eyes scanning the massive mechanical construct that towered before them in the central chamber. The thing was easily 50 meters tall, its surface a seamless blend of organic curves and geometric precision that hurt to look at directly. "I still can't believe they called us," Adnan muttered, adjusting his tool belt as he circled the base of the construct. His engineering scanner beeped frantically, unable to process the readings it was getting. Two human mechanics to fix something their entire civilization has been afraid to touch for 3,000 years. Nehal snorted, running her fingers along what appeared to be a seam in the metal. "That's exactly why they called us. Humans are too stupid to know when we should be scared." The truth was more complex than that, though neither would admit it aloud. In the 2 centuries since humanity had joined the Galactic Confederation, they had developed a reputation. Where other species saw ancient warnings and mystical barriers, humans saw engineering problems waiting to be solved. Where others felt the weight of cosmic forces beyond their comprehension, humans rolled up their sleeves and asked, "But how does it work?" Emperor Zixthalin's voice echoed through the chamber, his translation implant struggling with the complex harmonics of his native tongue. The towering insectoid ruler descended from his observation platform, his forearms gesturing dramatically. "The sleeping titan has remained untouched since the great silence fell upon our ancestors. The warnings are clear. To wake it is to invite catastrophe." "Your Majesty," Nehal said, not bothering to look away from the construct. "With all due respect, your ancestors also thought fire was magic until somebody figured out friction. This thing isn't mystical, it's just really old technology." The Emperor's mandibles clicked in what might have been distress. The neural resonance patterns alone could shatter a Keth-Mori mind. The energy output readings suggest destructive force beyond our comprehension, and the quantum entanglement matrix is probably just a really sophisticated control system. Adnan interrupted, pulling out a molecular analyzer. "Look, Your Majesty, we've seen this before. On Kepler 442b, the Vorathi had a cursed temple that turned out to be a water purification plant. The vengeful spirits on Proxima Centauri C were just automated security drones with corroded circuits." Nehal had found what she was looking for, a small panel near the base, almost hidden by the flowing lines of the construct's design. Her scanner detected mechanical components beneath, familiar in their basic function despite their alien origin. "Adnan, bring the resonance key. I think this is some kind of maintenance access." "Nehal, no!" The Emperor's voice cracked with panic. "The legends speak of those who attempted to breach the Titan's shell. They were consumed by energies that probably means they didn't know how to properly ground themselves," Nehal said, clipping a grounding line to her belt. "Basic safety protocol, Your Majesty. We do this for a living." As Adnan approached with the resonance key, a human invention that could match and manipulate most known energy frequencies, the Emperor's anxiety became palpable. His pheromone glands released stress chemicals that made the air itself taste of copper and fear. "The neural feedback will destroy your primitive minds," he pleaded. "The quantum cascade will—" But Nehal had already pressed her palm against the panel. The effect was immediate and dramatic. Light erupted from every surface of the Titan, patterns of energy racing along conduits that suddenly became visible through its skin. The construct's head, massive and vaguely humanoid, turned downward to regard the tiny figures at its feet. "Don't touch that!" Emperor Zixthalin shouted, but his words were lost in the harmonic vibration that filled the chamber as the Titan's systems came online. Nehal stumbled backward as information flooded her mind. Not the destructive neural cascade the Emperor had feared, but something far more profound. The Titan wasn't a weapon. It wasn't even really a machine in the traditional sense. It was a teacher. Through the neural link her touch had established, Nehal saw the truth of the Keth-Mori's ancient civilization. The Titan was a repository of knowledge, a living library that contained the sum total of their scientific understanding. But it had been designed with safeguards. It would only activate for a species that approached it without fear, with curiosity rather than reverence, with hands dirty from honest work rather than clean from ceremony. "It's beautiful," Adnan whispered, his own scanner now interpreting the energy flows correctly. The Titan's systems were teaching it, upgrading its understanding in real time. It's not dangerous at all. It's trying to help. The Emperor's mandibles had stopped clicking. For the first time in his long life, he truly looked at the construct his people had feared for millennia. Through human eyes, he began to see what it really was. The Titan's massive head moved again, this time focusing on Nahal. When it spoke, its voice was the sound of worlds being born, of stars igniting in the cosmic dark. But somehow, impossibly, she understood every word. "Welcome, children of Earth, you have passed the final test. Your species is ready to inherit what we have." Prepared, as knowledge flowed between minds, human, intuition merging with alien wisdom, Nahal realized that humanity's greatest strength wasn't their fearlessness or their stubbornness. It was simpler than that. Sometimes the most profound mysteries in the universe just needed someone willing to touch them with dirty hands and see what happened next.